Hey guys, good morning. Okay, so hopefully I'm at the end of this lovely cold that my husband gave me. He loves when I say that. So today's kind of a cloudy day. It is Thursday, the 21st of November. So next week is Thanksgiving. Yeah, I think. Yeah. And so I'm looking forward to that. I should be all good and well and non-contagious, all that stuff. By then. I'm probably non-contagious now, but sorry, I have to stir my coffee, and then I'll put my spoon away, I promise. So yesterday was, we spent the day. It was so funny because the video, if you watched the video, I was giving my husband a hard time because he was having a grumpy day. And so when we stopped the video, and then we did our reading, and it was all about it was all about him being grumpy and all this stuff. And so I was like, see, it's not just me. Or something, I don't remember, but whatever the reading. When I say we do our reading, we're not like palm readers or anything. We have a book called Boundaries that we work on. We have a daily devotional book, and then we have another book on positive thinking. And we have some other ones that we do on our Kindle too. But these are the ones that are they're real books. And anyway, so it was funny because it was all about he's being grumpy about money and work and stuff. And it was all about money and work and stuff. So, Greta, where you going? Daddy's not in there. There's a mosquito behind me. Only bad thing about when you have aquaponics plants. Oh, maybe Daddy was in there. Only bad thing about having aquaponics plants is that your plants sometimes have mosquitoes in them. There was a mosquito behind me. Are you trying to find something to drink? Brainstorm. That's gonna be me tomorrow or in minutes.
Brainstorming, trying to see what.
Brainstorming, trying to see what.
I'll have like some tea in the back.
Tea might work for you.
Yeah.
Because you did coffee yesterday, and then the whole thing is sitting over there. Alex didn't find it over here. It needed to be over there. There's a fly in here too. A fly and a mosquito. So we used to say, when there was a fly, we would be like, if there was two flies and they were being nosy, we were like, oh, it's Irene and Gloria. They're.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. I'd swallow the fly. And so like. We always give them names of people who've passed away. We say they're being nosy. So, and then we would like kill them with a fly swatter and go, boop. Sorry, Mom. Anyway, you can tell I'm under the weather. I'm in nice comfy clothes. I'm in my favorite shirt. Nice comfy clothes.
Beautiful. Right back.
Okay. I've got my pretty mug from my son. I have these 3 really beautiful mugs from my son, Bruce Landon. And all 3 are just like my favorite mugs. Well, not my, I have lots of really, see, this is one, and then the orange one that I'm using. And then I've got the one that Justin gave me for Christmas, which is gorgeous. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm scared to use it. I do use it though. And then, and then there's other mugs in there, but those are my favorites. Favorite beautiful mugs. I'm a mug collector, I guess. Every time we get one, Alex goes, Mom, I have no place to put those. He's like, where am I going to put all your mugs? because he has to. His chores are to clean the cat boxes and feed the cats and sometimes feed the dogs, and then to dump and fill the dishwasher. That's all. That's what those are his chores for right now. And when he dumps dishwasher and he can't find any place to put the mugs, he gets mad at me. Especially when I buy more. And then he's like, Mom. But then he talks to me about something.
Some kind of conversation.
Some sort of conversation. So you can tell we both. What are you trying to do?
Sorry.
Don't spill it. Don't spill it.
It's all about product placement.
No, it's all about that little rubber seal. Now you got tea all over the side of it. No, paper towel right there. Yeah, it's all about that little rubber thingy. Don't let it roll on you. Product placement. Never mind. You can't hardly even see it. Look, Texas 46 Radio. He's product. He's putting in his advertisement for today. So we have a morning show tomorrow with a girl from the
Aggieland Pregnancy Outreach.
Okay. They're going to talk about adoption stories. Adoption stories. And so that's very cool. She's going to talk about, I guess, the place that she works for. That's really cool. And I told Bruce, I said, why don't you do that interview by yourself? And, so that y'all get all the time to be able to talk about all that stuff. And I can bow out for the day. And he's like, no, you have to be there. And I'm like, okay, God says no.
So,
God's saying, no, let Shannon.
give her a break.
Yeah, Shannon probably needs to not. Shannon probably won't have a voice tomorrow. So I'm thinking.
That'll be okay. That'll be
Yeah.
fine. And,
So, do you have any other people who are coming in or give stories or something? Did you get anybody else?
No, that was it. I was waiting for some people to send in some stories and things like that. But,
Yeah. Well, I know Taryn has her story.
Yeah, I'll take a look at
Which I'm sorry. I admire women who who make that decision instead of the other decision.
Yeah.
So so like yesterday, so we got off of the yesterday was funny because he was grumpy. He looked grumpy. And he was grumpy because of it's down season, and down season's always very nerve-wracking. And so so then I said, well, I was going to psychoanalyze him and do a therapy session on him. But then we went and read I was telling him, we read our boundaries book and stuff, and everything talked to you.
It talked to me.
So
I was able to lay on the couch and she
I didn't do. That's not what happened. But anyway, so we figured out what we needed to do for the day, and basically the day consisted of going through our expenses and stuff to find out where we are. And that's always a good thing to do. And I used to do it every 3 months. I would go through all of, at least just the expenses part of it. But this was in depth. And it took us pretty much a good portion of the day to get all of the the information on what we owe on this and that, and find out where we are, and to find out, how much we need, and how much we need and how much we make, and all of this kind of stuff. And so it was pretty interesting.
Yes, it was.
So
it was really good. Very informative for me.
It was very informative. What was really nice is that you could kind of see where your money was coming from and where your money was being wasted.
Yeah.
And what you were spending a lot of money on, and it's kind of like, how can we make I mean, like our animal budget huge. Chickens, dogs, cats,
Yeah.
very, very big budget. I
Well,
mean, it's like,
it's kind of like when you have if you lived on a farm
mhm.
and you had cattle and stuff like that, possibly your feed is going to cost you more.
Oh, a whole lot more than what ours is. But Bruce was kind of hitting the high on the chickens, and so it was like $300 for chicken feed and stuff, and nesting, and all of the different things that we do. And I was thinking, we can cut that back because he feeds deer. But what do you do when the mama deer and the baby brings her baby literally to the fence while he's giving out the treats? And she goes, and the baby goes. And so I was telling him how, yeah. So I was saying, okay, so you have to stop feeding the deer. It's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not. She's there.
Mama and her baby, they're okay. They stick their head through the fence and they're going.
Yeah.
Ready for
I mean, she practically eats out of the cup. So that's not gonna happen. And so then I was like, okay, well, if we put the cats out in the cat enclosure every day, then we would save on cat litter.
Cat litter's cheap.
Cat litter. We go through cat litter like crazy.
Well,
and it's not cheap. It's like $10 for a thing of cat litter. And we go through like 2 a week.
Okay.
That's like $10, $20 a week. Probably 1.5 a week.
Yeah.
Greta's pretty good. He misses the box, so he saves on some.
He saves.
Yeah. Maybe.
And the dogs clean up afterwards.
So. No, I cleaned it up this morning. Poor thing. I think his bottom is like paralyzed, partially paralyzed or something.
It might be.
He's such a sweet boy. Fortunately, we have hardwood floors, and it's just like right in an area where we can take care of it like that, and we're good to go.
Floors are slick for Ford a little bit.
Oh my God! Talking about floors yesterday, when you have 110-year-old house, when you have a 110-year-old house and you have 110-year-old floors, and you're in the kitchen especially. Now the kitchen, it was the hub of the home back in the old days. And they literally had like doorways. There's like doorways in every room. And I think they had doors that they closed to keep so they keep the kitchen warm. And they had a wood stove right here. And then there's a flue and a chimney right there. So they had a wood stove right there so that they could warm up the kitchen. And everybody stayed in the kitchen. And then when it was time to go to bed, my mom told me this story. When it was time to go to bed, then all the kids would run as fast as they could to their beds and jump under the covers and try to get warm as fast as possible, which you can imagine in an old house with no insulation when it's like freezing outside or really, really cold outside. She said sometimes it was really cold.
Wow.
They would have to bathe in the kitchen in a thing in the kitchen. And of course, the water wasn't necessarily changed out for each and every person. So, they would,
Yeah. Well, I could see it.
I sure hope. Well, I know my grandma. She was first. Period. I know my grandma.
Well, I remember my grandmother's house. You had there were doors on everything going in, and it would be cold, and you'd walk into the kitchen. The kitchen would be warm. The hallway would be warm and stuff like that, and the bedroom and bathroom part.
It would be cold.
No, that would be warm because that's what.
Oh, because they had those gas heaters though.
And then.
But I'm talking before gas.
Then you don't want to go into the dining room and the living room because it was like ice cold.
Like ice cold, because they would conserve their energy, and and even your dad, he would close off the vents to the different rooms and close the doors so that he didn't have to air condition those rooms and stuff like that.
I still remember the door going in from the kitchen to the dining room. My grandmother's house had one of those that it was just a door, no handle, you just pushed it. And it popped every time I opened it.
Did it only go one way or both ways?
It went both ways.
Okay, see, I was worried that I was like gonna slam into somebody's lips.
Like if your
I
finger
still
fell out,
remember I still remember being at Denny's when we were. Oh gosh, I don't remember. We were at Denny's at some point, and there was a lady. And I was coming out of the bathroom. There's a lady going into the bathroom, and the door was I don't know if it was that kind of door, but whatever it was, she went to open the door or push the door open or something, and I was on the other side. And when I pushed the door and she did at the same time, it hurt her arm. And I was in a rush, and so I went straight out the door. But as I was going out the door, she was like, oh, and I always think I wonder if that hurt her, if that injured her, because that made me feel horrible. But I had to go because it was like, I think it's like a school thing, or whatever. It was like there was a bus, you had to go,
You didn't exchange insurance cards or anything.
No, but I was responsible, but not responsible. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went through our finance stuff, found out where our money was coming from and whatever. And, and really the funniest thing is, I'm not going to show anybody. I'm just going to look at there's only a few places that we can actually cut our expenses, and that's with our utilities, with the animals, and circle anything else, did I? That's really it.
No.
Everything else is set. I mean, it's like there isn't anything that you can tweak.
No.
Except for, you can pay some things off.
Yeah.
And we've got
some things that are getting close to being paid off. So.
Yes, but you have several things.
I do.
you have a lot of things that you put on there.
There are a few things.
And so you have some debt to pay down.
I do.
And then my worst is the Amazon
Prime free shipping.
Prime.
Hey, no, Christmas.
It's just so easy.
Christmas is coming up, and
I know, and I need to order just a couple of things for the boys, but it's so easy, So it's just so easy to go like, oh hey, I need some underwear.
And there it is.
And it's there tomorrow.
Next day, the guy's out there handing his bags of underwear.
Okay, well, see, yeah. We did have one guy who was a delivery guy, and he was really nice. But every time he came out here, he wanted to hand the package to someone, and so he'd walk around the property trying to find someone. And I was like, so I had to call them and say, hey, can you send someone different, or tell the guy to stop walking around the property? Yeah. But they were so nice, and they were like, we do not want you to feel in any way uncomfortable, and we're going to do. So if you ever have a situation with an Amazon delivery situation or whatever, they are like, man, they will
get you taken care of.
Yeah, they will. So anyway, and the way they do it is so cool. So anyway, so that's good. Mm-hmm. So we did all of that stuff, learned a lot. And then I crashed and burned. Man, I was tired. So I didn't nap, and I should have. And you did chickens and
stuff. Cut the limbs off the roof.
Yeah, and literally that finance stuff took all day, all day.
Because you try to find everything.
Because you're trying to find all of your, you have to go to every account to find out what you're, and, we don't have that many accounts, but, some of them we hadn't logged into in a while. So, we just pay them and,
You're trying to find your password.
What's the password? That was the thing, trying to get into the stupid accounts with your passwords. Oh my God, the password thing is driving me nuts. Why? They're going to have to figure something out. There's going to have to be some sort of, thing.
Finger, or your thumbprint.
A thumbprint, and then people will be cutting off other people's thumbs.
That's only on TV.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm sure they'll figure something out. They'll have like a rubber,
thumb
that they'll figure something out. There's always somebody's gonna figure something out. They need to have some sort of tracking sort of thing. Well, we're all gonna be given one of those little tracking chips or something.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna like, we're gonna have to line up. And they're gonna put a little tracking chip in us or something.
Vaccination. Then.
Yeah. No, it's just a vaccination.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. Anyway, so today we need to clean the house. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We need to clean the house. So yesterday we were eating and chilling out in the bedroom watching TV. And we were letting 3 of the birds run around on the back porch because I didn't want to put them outside because one of them is partially blind. One of them is underweight. And so I have to, it's a naked neck, beautiful naked neck, and it's underweight. And so it may be something really simple, but we want to keep an eye on it. And then we have our crossbeak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It was the funniest thing. We're sitting there watching TV, and we have this door on the side of our bedroom, and the door has this big oval window. And all of a sudden, you see, gunk. She wanted to be fed. I'm starting to think it's a girl because it's not coloring out at all. And it's not getting saddle feathers or anything. So we'll see. It's hard to tell though because it's it's small because of its situation. So it's going to mature slower. And so it's hard to tell. It should be coloring out and doing all the things it's supposed to do, but it's not going to do that yet. Anyway, but yeah, it kept jumping up and hitting the window to tell us to come feed it. And so we have to put the little
pellets in the mouth. I still can't do it. I still can't do it.
I can do it, man, like that.
Yeah.
The problem is that when the pellets break and they're small, and then you're like, can you bring me the bag so I can get some longer pellets? Because otherwise I'm going to be here for a year.
Yeah.
Because he does not like to be tube fed. But we still have to tube feed the water. Yeah. So when it gets to the point of the water, it's like he's attacking the tube.
Doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it at all. He wants the water, but he does not like when we shove that tube down his throat. And I don't blame him, but I told Dad, I said, let's try, we need to get like one of those rabbit bottles and see if maybe he will.
That's right.
I don't know if he can get it though, but we'll give it a try. I mean, it's worth a try.
Definitely worth a try.
I figure eventually it's going to learn.
It has to.
Or not.
Yeah, either it will or it won't.
Or I'll be feeding it for the rest
of
my life.
No,
of its life. Yeah. So, anyway, so that's kind of what we need to do today is
because I'll need to pick up feed. I've got later today. I'll need to stop by a restaurant over there and talk to
and do that.
And then I can stop at the feed store.
Now, I did my blood sugar thing this morning. And I don't know if it's because I'm under the weather or what, but my blood sugar this morning was 124 for fasting. And that's not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Mm-mm. And yesterday it was 127, and I had like this much of my coffee. But that was 124 with nothing. So anyway, so we'll see how it goes
throughout the day.
Yeah, I try to do it. I don't know when I'm supposed to do it. I don't know what it's supposed to do and all this kind of stuff. And so I researched some things, but it doesn't really give you a whole lot of information. I probably need to talk to somebody, talk to Stace. I can talk to Stace.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But anyway, but I'm still doing that. It's a really easy little thing. It's got, you have your little machine here. I mean, it sucks for people who have diabetes. It would suck. This is your little, your little thing that pokes your finger. And then, that's the machine. And then it's got little strips in this little bottle that you put in the machine that starts it up. And then it's got little needles that you can change out. And I don't know how often you're supposed to change those out. But, and anyway, so it kind of gives me information on if because I think that I'm like, insulin resistant or something like that, where your body doesn't really process the sugars well or something. I don't know, because I keep feeling that that vertigo feeling. And so, you good?
I'm good.
You're gonna have to just let the dog out. Why do you postpone?
Oh, I can do that.
He will let that dog just go forever. To the point where I don't think he hears it.
It's not that. It's the point of whether or not you want to deal with that stuff going on while you're doing it.
Well, it's, either deal with the dogs for a few minutes, have him go outside, or deal with that whole video. But see, Gracie will have to come in here and tell me good morning. Here she is. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. You big good girl. Yes, you are. You're not jumping up like a good girl. Yeah. Oh, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. I'm going to stretch. Oh. I don't have to dog stretch every morning. People don't, but dogs do. Okay, so now you can go ahead and... Okay, don't eat with it. Don't eat... Okay. So Gracie has to come straight up to me. And she knows I don't like... She's getting better with the training. She knows that I don't show the destroyed screen door. We have to repair our screen door. Gracie took the screen out. Half of it. So, she knows I don't like her to jump up on me. And so what she does is she comes in and she goes in front of me and she taps me with her paw, and then she goes, so that she doesn't jump up, because she knows I don't like that. So she's getting much, much better. And now if we could just keep her from eating the porch, we'd be good. I can tell my dad did not like that dog. But then my dad thinks the porch is going to last forever.
Oh, I know. Well, it was the process of trying to get it fixed.
Yeah. I kept trying to explain that, and he didn't understand it. So, so it's cloudy outside. Looks kind of like it could rain. I don't know. Alexa, what's the weather for today?
In New Braunfels, it's 72 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today, you can look for lots of clouds, with a high of 78 degrees and a low of 64 degrees.
Alexa, thank you.
Anytime, Shannon.
Oh.
And good morning.
Good morning.
Put that dig in right there.
I'm like trying to listen to her, and he's like, with a bowl of water, he's trying to make a bowl of water out of a bowl that Gracie's going to tip in 5 seconds.
No, I'm just going to
pour it into the bowl that's out there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just the okay, I'll be right back. I gotta get my smart coffee stick. Okay. He's done with dogs. I've got my smart coffee stick. My smart coffee.
Smart coffee.
My smart coffee stick. And I'm running out of my original recipe, so I'm gonna be really bummed when this is gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I should have done that.
We're gonna have a good day here, and it's going to be a busy day.
Busy day. A busy day of me folding clothes and us cleaning floors and organizing and
Laundry.
cleaning and laundry and then cleaning. Did I mention cleaning?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be good.
But organizing, on my part, it'll be a lot of it. Will be organizing.
It'll be
a nice productive day.
Yeah.
And then you need to clean your bathroom before your guest comes in. You need to clean your room.
Yeah, let's tee you up a little bit. I sure do. Sure do. But it's okay. Doing all right. I think once you get up in the morning, if you have a cough like this, or whatever, you get up in the morning, and that's why your dad was always hacking up.
Oh my gosh.
Hacking up a lung in the mornings.
No, they would do that awful thing that men do.
I know.
I don't do that here. And if he does it, I'm like, don't do that in the house. It's just disgusting to listen to. My mom and my dad used to do it. And it's like, don't do that.
It's not really, but it's Then you.
I'd rather just clear your throat.
Once everything gets leveled off for the day.
Okay.
Once your body gets on its other plane, you know, you're laying down all night, and then you get up, and it's all just kind of like.
Do that again.
Okay.
No,
my request is, you know, you get up in the morning, and it's kind of like.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I'm here
we
all
have
week,
fun. We have fun. I like when he has days at home. I know he doesn't make any money on those days, but I like when he has days at home.
That's my goal. My goal is to.
Well,
now
you're getting to retirement age almost.
But I really would like to.
No, I know.
I know.
I mean, you're not gonna ever completely retire. I don't think anybody should ever completely retire.
But it's like
you should always be doing something.
It's almost like as if I was retired right now, because the stuff that we're doing is kind of the stuff we would be doing. Yeah. And it's like people are busy. A lot of people sometimes are busier after they retire, but they're doing something that they love.
Yes, that's true.
So
yeah. So you guys have a great day and do something you love. And I know everybody's probably working and making lots of money for Christmas coming up.
It's coming up quick, very quick. It definitely is. Thanksgiving
next week. So I know we do that a lot. And we shook our head a lot at the same time. Yeah. So so Thanksgiving is coming up. Y'all have a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully we get some cool weather coming in, because I've got the air conditioning on again. And then we can all enjoy and be thankful for everything that we have before we rush to the stores to buy all the things we want and don't have.
Well, you know what? Also, if the weather is good for next Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, it's Black Friday, and people will be at the stores, but we have our own group out there. I may do a Facebook Live in regards to the
our chicken every
extravaganza at the
every
end.
day. It's like, you know, when you picture the Black Friday rush and fighting. That's our chickens when he brings treats. When he's giving scratch out, it's just like, that's when you get to see all the birds. And see, he's Candyman, so he gets to go out and do that. So I went out and tried to do it, show Dad, and they were like, you're not Candyman. We're not coming up to you. And then he comes home and they're like, and he goes, oh, you fed them scratch? Well, they acted like they didn't have any. I was like, of course they did.
But I've got a great idea for next Friday.
So he'll do his thing. And don't forget also that this week, lighting of the plaza.
Tomorrow night, lighting of the plaza downtown.
Friday night, yeah. Lighting the plaza. I don't know if we'll go or not. It'll depend on.
Yeah. Our aura.
Our aura. It'll depend on my pace.
It'll. So I think they usually about 6:00, whatever. I think is when it starts downtown.
I think so. Yeah. And so you guys, enjoy that. Do some fun stuff, and make some memories and all that kind of stuff before we all rush to the stores to buy all of our stuff and put ourselves in debt.
Debtor's prison.
Debtor prison. Oh my God, they used to be a thing. Okay. Bye.